SOGO Dunhua closes after 31 years, Garden City to open in 2025. Premier vows to defend Constitution amid legislative dispute. Cross-Strait tourism gap widening ahead of Twin Cities Forum. Shooting at Australia's Bondi beach. Crypto founder Kwon sentenced to 15 years in prison. McDonald's removes AI-generated ad after backlash. 5 million World Cup ticket requests in one day. Skydiver suspended at 15,000 feet on plane tail.
Hello everyone, I'm Oceana. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Monday, December 15th, Bill of Rights Day, and here are our top stories. In local news, Taipei's first luxury department store, SOGO Dunhua, a hub for elites since 1994, closed permanently at 9:40 p.m. on December 14th, after 31 years. Far Eastern SOGO chair Hwang Ching-wen said the closure marks a new beginning, as Garden City at the Taipei Dome will open in March 2026, hosting relocated luxury brands and boosting annual revenue up to 10 billion NTD. Premier Zhuo Rongtai released a black and white photo on December 14th warning of forces threatening Taiwan's constitution, national defense, and fiscal discipline. He vowed to act as a guardian of democracy. Following the legislators' rejection of the revised financial planning bill, senior officials are considering withholding promulgation. President Lai held an interagency meeting, which Zhuo declined to attend. A year after last December's Twin Cities Forum in Taipei, Shanghai Vice Mayor Hua Yuan's promise to send group tourists to Taiwan has yet to materialize. Taiwan estimates a 3.8 million visitor gap in 2025, creating a tourism deficit of 15.2 billion NTD. The forum will be held in Shanghai from December 27th to 28th, with travel operators hoping for progress. And in global news, a father and son have been identified as the alleged shooters in a terrorist attack at Sydney's Bondi beach, as authorities confirm the death toll from the massacre has risen to 15, including one child. One of the gunmen was also confirmed dead. The Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said the shooting was an act of pure evil, an act of anti-Semitism, an act of terrorism on our shores. It was Australia's worst mass shooting in 29 years.
Our heart bleeds for Australia's Jewish community tonight. I can only imagine the pain that they're feeling right now to see their loved ones killed as they celebrate this ancient holiday. It's the responsibility of all Australians to wrap their arms around Australia's Jewish community and help them get through this incredibly difficult period.
Sajid Akram, 50, and son Naveed Akram, 24, have been identified as the alleged gunmen behind the attack. The older man was shot by police and died at the scene during Sunday's attack, while the 24-year-old suffered critical injuries and was taken to hospital under police guard. A police statement on Monday said 14 people died at the scene, with 2 more dying in hospital overnight. They said 40 people were injured. The child who died, a 10-year-old girl, was one of 4 children taken to Sydney Children's Hospital following the attack. A 40-year-old man also died in hospital. Police said those killed range in age from 10 to 87.
Though Kwon, the South Korean cryptocurrency entrepreneur behind 2 digital currencies that lost an estimated $40 billion in 2022, was sentenced to 15 years in prison for what a judge called an epic fraud. The U.S. district judge handed down the sentence, sharply rebuking Kwon for repeatedly lying to everyday investors who trusted him with their life savings. He is one of several cryptocurrency moguls to face federal charges after a slump in digital token prices in 2022 prompted the collapse of several companies.
Kwon, 34, who co-founded Singapore-based Terraform Labs and developed the Terra USD and Luna currencies, previously pleaded guilty and admitted to misleading investors about a coin that was supposed to maintain a steady price during periods of crypto market volatility. Dressed in yellow prison garb, Kwon addressed the court and apologized to his victims, including hundreds who submitted letters describing the harm they had suffered. Kwon's lawyer, Sean Hecker, said in an email after the sentencing that Kwon spoke from the heart, expressed genuine remorse, and will continue his efforts to make amends.
McDonald's says it has removed an AI-generated Christmas advertisement in the Netherlands after it was criticized online. The ad, titled "The Most Terrible Time of the Year," depicts scenes of Christmas chaos with Santa caught in a traffic jam and a gift-laden Dutch cyclist slipping in the snow. And the message? Retreat to a McDonald's restaurant until January and ride out the festive season. However, the generative AI advertisement from the Big Mac maker's Netherlands division sparked a flurry of criticism on social media.
McDonald's Netherlands said in a statement, the Christmas commercial was intended to show the stressful moments during the holidays in the Netherlands. However, we notice, based on social comments and international media coverage, that for many guests this period is the most wonderful time of the year. The chief executive of Sweet Shop Films, the company that made the ad, defended its use of AI in a post on LinkedIn. Coca-Cola recently released its own AI-generated holiday ad, despite receiving backlash when it did the same last year. The company's new offering avoids close-ups of humans and mostly features AI-generated images of cute animals in a wintry setting.
5 million requests for 2026 World Cup tickets have been made since the latest ticketing phase opened, despite growing criticism over their cost. Football's world governing body says fans from more than 200 countries have asked for tickets, with the most sought-after group match between Colombia and Portugal in Miami. However, the pricing structure for next year's tournament in the United States, Canada, and Mexico has been criticized, with the Football Supporters Association calling it scandalous.
Group stage tickets are up to 3 times the price of those for Qatar in 2022, while the cheapest ticket for the final will cost £3,119. The Football Association will contact FIFA to relay fans' concerns after being asked to lobby the world governing body to lower ticket prices. The FSA has joined Football Supporters Europe (FSE) in demanding that the sales process be stopped so fan groups can hold talks with FIFA over its pricing policy. Privately, FIFA insiders say that while tickets may seem expensive to many, the governing body has a duty to set prices with the US market in mind, grow the game around the world, and use its revenues to develop men's, women's, and youth football.
A skydiving trip in Australia took a harrowing turn when one person's parachute became entangled in the tail of the plane, stranding them at 15,000 feet. The aircraft was carrying one pilot and 17 parachutists, including a camera operator, on September 20th as they attempted a 16-person formation jump over the northernmost part of the state of Queensland. The camera operator stepped out first, holding on to the fuselage of the plane.
According to a video and a report about the incident released recently, when the first skydiver emerged, a handle securing their reserve chute became caught on the plane's flap over the wing, prompting the chute to deploy inadvertently. The chute dragged the skydiver backward, knocking the camera operator off the plane and into free fall. The skydiver then flew straight into the plane's horizontal stabilizer on the left side of the tail, and the chute became wrapped around it, leaving the skydiver suspended. The pilot, who was wearing an emergency parachute, was prepared to bail out of the plane if necessary, but was ultimately able to land safely at Tully Airport.
The answer for last Friday was B, seize. Customs officers seized the illegal goods at the airport. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Shooting at Australia's Bondi beach. Number 1. Alleged. 据称的,被指控的. The police arrested the alleged thief yesterday. Number 2. Massacre. 大屠杀,残杀. The village suffered a brutal massacre during the war. Number 3. Terrorist. 恐怖分子. The terrorist group claimed responsibility for the attack. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. This day is celebrated to honor the ratification of the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution, collectively known as the Bill of Rights. Ratified in 1791, these amendments guarantee fundamental rights and liberties, such as freedom of speech, press, and religion. President Franklin D. Roosevelt originated the idea of dedicating a day to commemorate the Bill of Rights, which was chosen to recognize and honor the essential freedoms it guarantees to Americans. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.